Hello and welcome to the Mains PYQ discussion by NEWAES. We have a 15 marker from the 2021 in the theme of World History. The question is, there arose a serious challenge to the democratic state system between the two world wars. Evaluate the statement. So between the two world wars, that's how we'll start the introduction. We'll give the time period here. 1919 is the year in which the First World War came to an end. 1939 is the year in which the Second World War started. So this is the time period of focus. We'll give the general characteristics of this time period in the intro along with that. One is economic instability. We'll explain that in the body part, but we'll give this keyword here. Of course, after a war, you will have economic instability. Treaties like the Treaty of Versailles is being signed. So we'll give this keyword here. Second, it is a time of social transformation. So every time when you have a devastating war at the scale of World War I, it leads to social transformation as well. Any kind of social impact will be very sensitive because the society will be very vulnerable. So these two keywords can be given here, then we can go to the body. See here, we've given the heading as challenge to democratic state system. That's what the question demands. Serious challenge to democratic state system. The first would be Great Depression. This is the elaboration of the term that I've given in the introduction. Economic instability. This comes with the event of Great Depression. So what happened with Great Depression? There was a loss of faith in governments. Because with a lot of money in the hand, people are not able to meet their daily needs. They are not able to buy bread. The value of money is getting lost. And money is a legal tender offered by the government. So its value is getting lost. So loss of faith in government also occurs. Second is the rise of USSR and socialism. Now connected with the question. You have loss of faith in government, which is the existing system, which is democracy in Europe, and socialism is rising. Socialism essentially is an egalitarian idea, but not a democratic idea. The structure of state in socialism is very strong and centralized. It's not democratic. So this is rising from 1917 in Russia or USSR. Next, fascism in Italy. Again, an undemocratic idea. This is very regressive. Egalitarianism and those kind of values are not there in fascism. It's more about absolute control by the central authority. And this need arises because of the destabilization that was caused by the war. Next up, the Treaty of Versailles. So Germany had to suffer a lot of humiliation in this treaty. So something similar to fascism arises in Germany, which is Nazism. So the spirit of revenge, the spirit of rising back, the spirit to dominate others from where you have been kept comes up, and that's where these ideologies find their fertile soil. Nazism is coming in Germany. League of Nations that was formed after the First World War, that becomes a failure. Again, something undemocratic. Then the Munich Agreement of 1938. This is one agreement that underlines the appeasement policy of the West. What is meant by appeasement policy? The West is appeasing the growth of fascist tendencies in Germany and Italy. Why do they do so? Because they want to contain socialism in USSR. So this appeasement policy is also leading to undemocratic practices. Then rise of ethnic nationalism. So if you take the case of World War I and World War II, the spirit that drives each country is nationalism. So this is one classic example of the regressive effect of nationalism. People are taking pride in their nation. They are ready to fight wars in the name of their nation, and they are ready to form alliances. They're ready to collect arms, and they're ready to fight war, and they're ready to die. So that's what we see in the Second World War. Ethnic nationalism is growing. Next, arms race. Arms race again is something that is undemocratic. You're threatening a fellow country by collecting arms by yourself, and you're forcing them to collect arms as well. And it goes as a slippery slope. One does something, the other will retaliate. The same thing happens, and it goes on and on. So for all these reasons, there is decline or a serious challenge to democratic state system between the two world wars. We'll make that argument with everything here in the body part, and we'll give the conclusion where we will give the culmination of it. The culmination of all these things happens in Second World War. And it is Second World War that does away with Nazism, fascism, but USSR wins the war, but socialism continues until 1991. And all the other ethnic, this gets toned down. You can see the formation of European Union after that. So strong nationalistic sentiment within the country is getting diluted, and a pan-globalized sentiment is rising after the Second World War. We don't have to write all that, but I'm just giving you the aftermath of it. With that, we'll conclude this answer. Thank you for listening.